in Lagos and Nigeria. If you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning on Enterprise Television. Now to our main conversation for today. The United Arab Emirates government has finally lifted visa restrictions imposed on Nigerians with immediate effect.
Very true. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made this known to State House correspondents on Monday after the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu.
Idris said that the federal government and the UAE authorities have reached an agreement vacating travel restrictions imposed on Nigerians with immediate effect and revealed that Nigerian passport holders can now travel to the UAE without any hindrance.
That's good news, actually. But travelers will be required to submit documents proving their identity and showing travel history, among other things, in order to generate a verification number that would then be used to apply for a visa, while exception is granted for applicants 13 years or younger.
All right, so still with us in the studios is Emeka Amadu Nagu, and joining us right about now is Barrister Vance Ofeli, Barrister Law and Public Affairs Analyst. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
Good
Thank you,
morning,
Emeka,
Barrister.
for coming around with us. So there we have it, the story about the removing of the restriction by UAE to Nigerian travelers and all. So, but the question is, at this point, should we be excited, Barrister Vance Ofeli?
Well, ordinarily, we shouldn't be excited. I mean, it's supposed to be a win-win situation. But the truth is that the UAE government also did this in their own interests. I mean, we don't go to... The people from the UAE don't come here to spend money. There's nothing to spend money on here. But we go there, and we are the largest concentration of black people in the world, and a lot of us have entrance into Dubai. You understand? There was a year I went to Dubai 6 times in 1 year.
Oh.
Yes. So that applies to so many other persons who also go there and spend. Now, we had a 21-month ban, okay, which is about 2 years plus or thereabouts. And that has also shown that the issue that led to that too be attributable to, like they said, inappropriate conduct. Some of our young boys went there to start courtesan. They were shooting guns in the place, and the authorities were wondering, what is this one? What culture is this? And they traced it to us. Even though you see how countries are managed, even though they knew the inflow of benefits from Nigeria into the country, they prefer to keep the sanity of their country, patriotism, than to allow the inflow to continue and their system eroded by foreign bodies. So that is one lesson we should learn. Because here we allowed the Chadians, the Malians, everybody to come in and do whatever to do and go without repercussion. Even the federal government was shamefully saying that part of the insurgents are from Mali. So that they know about it. So part of the lesson we should learn is that you have to protect the sanity of your country, no matter what it is. Your sovereignty is what supersedes every other kind of consideration. Now, this inappropriate conduct we're talking about, they have put in measures. It's not just that they've reopened the floodgate for any kind of behavior again. Now they have measures. They are going to be generating codes to really know who is doing what, when, and how. And we have exception for those who are below certain age.
Now, you equally need to have a travel history.
Yes, you need to have a travel. Of course, before now, you don't need to have a travel history before you can get a Dubai visa. You can apply for a Dubai visa now, and you get it in the evening. Today, this same today. I mean, when I travel, sometimes I would have prepared everything. If I remember that I don't even have a valid visa yet, I'll now call my agent, and he will say, send the data page, and I'll send. Sometimes it doesn't even collect then I get the electronic version of it and all that. So it's that easy to get into Dubai. But I like the fact that they are putting restrictions now. so that if you are not going there for anything reasonable, you shouldn't be there in the first place. And it should not be a hideout where if you are tired of this place, you go there and be roaming about aimlessly, and then you go into crime and all that. So I think there are people who are rejoicing right now. Depends on where you are in the issue. There are someone like me, it's not about rejoice. I see that it's a win-win situation. These people have lost a lot of money. You know, their airline also stopped operation. Emirates stopped operation because they're unable to repatriate their funds too. Have that one been dealt with? That is still.
It has.
That one changed. Yeah. They are both being addressed, and we're fine, good for them.
Okay, thank you. Over to you, Emeka Madnago. So, do you think, looking at this particular story now, or this recent development, some Nigerians are saying they won't go because even the amount to pay, it is now higher, and some business persons are no longer considering UAE as a place to visit. Do you think it is a good place?
In fact, you have even taken the words out of my mouth, honestly. One, when UAE started playing all these games, there's one association. I think they are into importation of things, I've forgotten their name. They said that, the Nigerian government should stop dissipating energy on trying to beg UAE to leave visa ban. That Nigerian businessmen have been importing things from other countries. They moved to some other countries. They mentioned the countries, they moved to some other nations from which they import things. So that UAE, is not still so much, a fantastic source of imports like it used to be. Because other countries have seen that, wait a minute, this is good business, so we can be a kind of, we can be a big mall, from which, people, China, India, we can be an entry for, they can bring their goods, to us, and then people from other countries, what's the difference? Just duty free. That's all. Lift some taxes. You don't pay VAT in UAE. So if you remove some of those things, people will come and shop, and those countries have done such things. So that is not really a big deal. So that is one. Secondly, I think the UAE is also not being honest in this whole thing, because it has been moving from one excuse to the other. Okay, inappropriate documentation. Then they went to one point, they said it was about Boko Haram. That they sent some names of suspected Boko Haram financiers to the Buhari government. And the Buhari government did nothing about it. What has happened? Now you have opened the way, and these rules you have brought in is those same set of people who can afford it. You're talking about travel history. Look, terrorists and terrorist financiers, they are among the most traveled in the world now. They travel regularly looking for where to foment trouble now. So, what am I going to do in Dubai or UAE? I have no business. I'm not a trader. So, many countries now, what they ask for is proof of funds. But you are not talking of travel history. If I have travel history, will I be going to Dubai? No. If I have travel history, I won't be going to Dubai. It doesn't make economic sense. Yes, it doesn't make economic sense for me to be going to Dubai if I'm a trader, unless I'm a student. Or a Nigerian politician, sorry. Nigerian politicians, they roam the whole world. They're idle. They can't think of anything to do to make their nation better. So those are the people, who can provide travel history. And they didn't tell us travel history to where. Is it travel history to Cotonou or to Ghana or to US or
travel history means travel history.
That's not that your passport is stamped. So what I'm saying is that, you see, Nigeria doesn't stand to benefit much from this economically.
Nothing.
The money we spent, okay, thank you. One other excuse they gave was the money we were owing airlines. And the Nigerian government did all it could to clear that money. That's what I brought them back.
Exactly.
Not because they are being altruistic or anything, no. And it's sad. We don't have a sense of history in Nigeria. Our leaders, especially. What was UAE 30, 40 years? What were they? But Nigeria had a history 40, 50 years ago. But where are we? We have run our country down so much that we are now begging those who are, should be like
desert.
Who should be looking up to us. People who came here to take palm nuts back to their country. People who came here saw flyovers and went back to their country and started building flyovers. People who came here and saw certain things in place in Nigeria in the 70s and went back to their country, started implementing. Those are the people we are now running after. Come on, there should be a sense of shame. I'm not impressed by this. Because the money federal government put in those, if the federal government had designated, let's say, 4 Nigerian airlines now, and said, okay, let's pump money, let's support these airlines. What is Emirates? You gave them flights 21 times in a week. And then you reduce it to 1. Don't you know that when you look at their balance sheet, the thing would have shaken it. For an airline to have 21 every week, that's big business.
That's because of the influx.
If you are giving that to some other airlines, of course it will pay Nigeria. What we need is things that will bring inflow, not things that will keep reducing our foreign reserves. That's where the problem lies.
All right, so let's look at this from another prism, and the perspective I would love you to look at it is from the area of what the present government would do with this particular new information. Do you think that it's good enough to give them a pat in the back? Because, of course, they will take this to the marketplace to let Nigerians know that this is, as they promised us, one of the things they say they would do, and they have accomplished that.
Well, before now, they showed us the black market version of it, that they have solved the problem. When the president traveled the other time over there, they came and they made an announcement. It was like, it was like we won a jackpot. And I was wondering then, is it not this same Dubai that is right? If not for sea finish. And just like he said, this thing is not a cherry news, not like anything. We go there to spend money. And when you go there, they inflict everything. Everything is, you want to stay 1 week in a hotel, the kind of amount they are calling for you and all that, just because they did some skyscrapers and task some roads. I know Dubai is beautiful and that's fine, but I'm not Dubai crazy that I will now begin to see this as our government achievement in democracy. That what we have now achieved, that our people, there's not a visa ban, they are not going there. I think it's going there part of international best practice. That when your citizens are able to go to Dubai, it means your government is really democratic. Is that what is the value of that apart from those who go there to trade and is to spend? Yes, sir. How many people in Dubai come to Nigeria to do business? What is the business in Nigeria to do? Even agricultural produce that they don't have, that we have, do they come here to buy this thing? So I don't think this is one achievement like that. Let them, govern this country well. Govern this country in a way that they'll be able to avert the looming danger that is coming. They should provide for the citizens. They should ensure that the citizens have what to eat, what to drink, shelter, and empower them so that they will become responsible citizens. That's what they require from them. This one that they are going to Dubai meeting every time, spending money, wasting money, is not part of what the average man needs. It's like you go to the village now to go and meet a farmer that's not able to enter his farm for the past and it's rainy season when it's supposed to be busy. You now tell him that, you know what, Baba, they just lifted ban now, we can go to Dubai. What is the value of that? It's like governors that build airports. That's exactly, this one is another flamboyant achievement, something that looks like an achievement, but it's not an achievement.
But Barrist, I have a data here from the tradingeconomics.com, and it says the Nigeria export to United Arab Emirates was $57.48 million during 2023, according to the United States Comrade database on international trade.
Yeah, export on agricultural produce, right?
Yes.
Now what I'm saying. Well, I'm
so
telling
isn't
you
that enough to allow?
I'm telling you that
to celebrate.
I'm telling you that their focus when it comes to agricultural produce is not Nigeria. It's not Nigeria. It's Egypt and the rest of them. Israel and Oman. Those are the countries where they get their agriculture because their land is not arable. Okay, but they have invested so much in technology and invested in themselves so much and their citizens. So why can't our government actually go there and copy how to make Nigeria Dubai, rather than going there to open up the airways for us to keep going there and to be reliant on their economy? I'm not saying what they have done is completely condemnable, but I'm saying that it's not an achievement that we should start to dance over. And then, internal problems we have are too much. There are too much to deal with that. You need to, if you don't clear up all this, and then you are presenting Dubai to us as one achievement, you still have not done anything. Because the reason why we floating to that place is because we have not made here an attraction. If we make this place an attraction and it becomes a tourist hub, like it was developing in the 60s, we had a very vibrant economy. We're coming with force to the point where the World Bank and the rest of them were telling us that our naira is overvalued. It's too much. And the Caucasians were coming to teach from this thing. In my first 3 years in school, I was taught by the whites in the Air Force Children's School. Pure Caucasians, Britons, because the naira was bigger than their currency then. So how did we lose all this? That will now reduce ourselves to the point that is the way we're looking at.
At this point, do you think this could be an open sesame opportunity for us to renegotiate the Emirates Airpeace deal?
Let me tell you something. We lack strategic engagements in this country. Like I said earlier, our technical competence in public service is very low. Look, Emirates is just one airline. There are so many other airlines. This deal, now, you don't need travel history to come to Nigeria. So I expect the Nigerian government to say no, that has to go. If it's proof of funds, yes. But travel history, no. Because it is discriminatory against Nigerians and it's against the Nigerian constitution. That is one. Secondly, you see, we have to develop our local competence, our local industries, our local businesses. The things we go to Dubai to buy, it is because our ports are chaotic. The ports are chaotic. That is why you see, Abdul, as Minister of Agriculture, exported yams to US. They returned the yams because the yams were bad. Just follow me, please. Now, the same yams, people come from Ghana, buy yam seedlings in Nigeria, go and cultivate in Ghana, and they export to US because their ports are better organized. Turnaround time for cargo clearance is so easy, fast. If we clear the chaotic situation in our port, our people don't need to go to Dubai to buy it, because let me tell you, from China to Apapa port is 50 days for a vessel. It's 50 days for a vessel. So it's just about, just maybe to Dubai, let's say maybe 25 days, right? Then to Nigeria, maybe another 25 days. So if we can sort out our ease of doing business, if we can reform our ports, right, and cargo clearance is faster. Let me tell you, some people won't go to Dubai. People will come here. Other countries, people will come here to buy things, because you know what? We're in a situation that if we are smart enough, we can make good use of. Our naira is weak. So what it means is that a lot of things in Nigeria are much cheaper than what they are abroad. Labor is cheaper. Goods are cheaper. I was listening to one man on Facebook Reel this morning. He was talking about that he plans to retire back home to Nigeria to come. That with $2,000, he can get a driver, he can get a cook, he can get $2,000. So look at that. If you bring people, if you make the economy so attractive, let there be security. People will come here to spend foreign currency. So there's no need you saying, let us increase fuel price because it is like this in Liberia, it is like this in Fernando. No, develop your indigenous, your local economy. Let there be attractive spots that will bring people here. I'm telling you the truth. If you sort out these things, cargo clearance and all these things, let me tell you, UAE, mark my words, will lose its attraction. If you can sort out power.
No, they are losing it already.
Power. If you can sort out power, let me tell you something. Many Chinese will come here. Many foreign investors will come here. Sort out power. Indians, your children, our children, how do they steal? How can we steal? How are we able to afford biscuits to give our children? It's Indians that are still producing biscuits.
Sweet.
That you can buy 50 naira and all of those things. So if we can just fix some basic things in our economy. Look, Dubai will be begging us. We'll say, don't worry. Just keep it whatever.
Nigeria is actually one of the best countries to live.
In the world.
In the US, I was stepping out one day, and the moment I got out, I was called by my host. Said, "Have you checked the weather report?" I said, "Which weather report? I do this thing." No, that I should check. I should check for my phone. That area, there's a tornado, there's this, there's that. And but here,
That is true.
you see, we have a very good place to. Do you know what's going on now? Do you know most countries now are employing Nigerians? If you go to the remote job space, it's now a huge market, because if they give you a remote job and they offer you $1,000, $1,000 is
That's a 1.5.
1.5 million.
1.5 million naira per month.
Even 1.6 now, the current exchange.
You understand? So you see, because labor is cheap, even if they give you 500, you understand? You embrace it, okay? Because of what is going on. Our money is weak, and they know we have capital. We have social capital, but they also know that we don't have government. You understand? And they also know that labor from you will be tax-free. Unlike if they employ their own indigene, where if you employ their own indigene, you put them at a particular rate. You can't go below a particular rate. You understand? You see, school leavers in Dublin, if you finish secondary school in Dublin, usually the environment is such that you are not actually allowed to stay idle.
Okay.
Before you get into college, everybody's a competition. Every child walks. You see them with their bicycle. You see those children, the least you can pay them per hour is 15 euros. It's legislated, though. You cannot shortchange them. Oh. Government watches what you will 15. Weekends, you see them in the mall. These children, they will be shopping. They'll be shopping and be playing with themselves. Before they get home, they would have thrown away most of the things they shop. They will just get back with the remnant of what is left. You understand? That is a country. This country can be like that. If we can undertake, and you don't even need to worry yourself. The template of how those countries grew, everything is on the internet. You can look at those templates and follow suit. If we have school leavers in Nigeria that you're able to, because someone who has finished secondary school actually have a basic education, real education, to the true essence of it. I was in South Africa, and when I was with my brother told me that you see all those people that attended to you at the airport, at the immigration, from the first person that attended to the last person, all of them are school leavers.
Secondary school.
Secondary school leavers. But because they've been able to arrange their economy in such a way that any level of education you have, there is a legislated amount that you cannot earn below with that quality of education, no matter any level.
So with that, they're comfortable.
They are comfortable. And that is why you see the Melania and the others you see, the political whatever. Melania have OND. But they are not as strong as we are, like resilient mentally like as we are. We want to reach to PhD level and all that. In America, many people do PhD in America. I went to 4 universities in America. None of them are offering up PhD. It's just few that offer the PhD because they are offering PhD. Where are the students? And most of the students are foreigners. The indigenous themselves do not need it. Because with a first degree or something close to that, they are already comfortable. Or with professional courses in IT, they are comfortable. So what are we doing? We have the human capital. We don't have a government. Until Nigeria get government, this country is going nowhere.
Okay.
All right. we have the human capital. We do not have the government. Choma, I just hope that with the lifting of the ban, we won't have a resumption of Abashu makers taking their products to Dubai before bringing them back to Lagos and saying that it was made that
even in China it happens. They take it to China and move
and bring it back.
So
and that's simply because we still do not have the right things. Exactly. Yes, so this is just about the size of our package today. We'd love to say thank you to Barrister Vansufeli for being part of our show today.
Thank you, Barrister Evans.
Emeka Madunago, thank you as always for always giving us your time. And most importantly, we'd love to say thank you for equally letting us have a bit of your time. We truly do appreciate it. Yeah. But visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com for more information, and also follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV S7. I am Henry.
And I'm Choma Okohe.
On behalf of the entire team of Enterprise Television, we'd love to say thank you for watching once more, and bye-bye from us. Bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of